Hi there, hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am going to run through how my client Will managed to lose 20 kilograms in the space of about 18 months and has been able to hold that off whilst also focusing on some other goals during this period. This is Will here, absolute legend of a guy, probably one of the humblest guys I know. He will honestly not shout about his own wins at all, so I honestly have to do it all for him, because these are honestly such amazing results, and he's not lost this through ways that you might be expecting. He has not done drastic dieting, he's not done any fat loss jabs, and he's actually managed to maintain social life, seeing friends and family at least a couple, 2-3 times a month, and been able to hold these results and keep on pushing forwards. And I tell you now, this is just the beginning for Will as well. So don't be surprised if in another 6 months' time you've seen another update where another amazing change has happened. So I wanted to say, this is Will. I started working with 18 months ago, and he has had a trainer in the past, a one-to-one trainer in the gym rather than an online coach. And yes, he enjoyed the workouts. He felt like he was getting somewhere with some strength goals, but he just didn't feel like he could have any sustained fat loss and body composition goals and results that he knew how to maintain long term. And this is so common that I hear every single day, coming across people in gyms and in the fitness industry. So I want to share with you how Will managed to achieve this amazing 20 kilogram transformation whilst not doing any sort of drastic dieting. As you can see here, some amazing changes to his body. Even if you come around here to his posterior view of his back, so much body fat has been absolutely shredded from, especially around an area that guys hold a lot of their body fat, what we know as our love handles, obviously, and just around even the upper back and sort of shoulder areas as well. So complete difference you see here, almost like it's two different people standing in these images. This is Will's weight loss graph as well. As you can see here, so it was at 109 kilograms when we first started working together, and he has dropped all the way down to 88.9, and even at his lowest, the low 88s. As I was saying, he's had training in the past, but didn't feel like he had that support potentially outside of the gym. What's really key is that when it comes to your fitness goals, if you often think that doing just one workout in the week or two is going to help you just transform your body, you've got to realize that it's 2 hours of a full week. You've got 6 other days of the week, each with 24 hours in, and those make more of a difference, of course, than just those 2 hours of a workout. And that's why there's so many things that we together had to work through to make sure he achieved his goals. And but you might be thinking, well, has he just lost all his strength? You know, has he lost all his muscle? Is that how he managed to get the results he has got currently? But I want to show you his strength graphs here as well. So firstly, this is our trainer app that we use called Everfit, whereby we can track all of his data, we can do all of his programming so that we can clearly see where he's at, where we want him to get to, and set targets along the way, which is so important for motivation, but also shows that you're guaranteeing results rather than stepping in a gym, not understanding where, if you're getting anywhere and what to be doing. As you can see here, this is sort of just only the last 12 months as well, but strength improvements across the board when it comes to some of his key lifts. You can see the graph up here. General improvements with certain exercises, others. This is our torso rotation machine, so they've actually swapped out the machine, so that's why it looks like it's about half the weight now, rather than him getting weaker. Things that he's been doing more recently, such as pendulum squats, has been a real big improvement. So building up gradually week on week through our progressive overload technique, which ensures getting results. Some of the key lifts, like his dumbbell bench press that we've been working on over time, he's now up to 35 kilograms. This might not go all the way back, but I think what we looked at, Will had never done a dumbbell press in his life when we started working out together. And he started off probably using about 16 kilogram dumbbells, and now he's already up all the way to 35 kilograms in each hand. And to be able to do that in space of 18 months alone without picking up a pair of dumbbells to do this particular exercise really shows the effort he's put in over this time. So he's not just lost all his muscle mass, which he would have done with just drastic extreme dieting. We've made sure that he's had the right nutrition goals to be able to supply his body with enough fuel, energy and recovery, whilst also making sure he's in a crucial calorie deficit to be able to shred all the body fat that he has. Now, one of the biggest things is that people often hit plateaus, and that can be such a motivation killer. When you feel like you're just spinning your wheels, you're not going anywhere, those are some of the key points whereby people will give up and throw everything away. Now, that is the exact point whereby the support of a coach such as myself is there to be like, okay, look, we either need a change in plan, we need to reassess all of your general adherences to your plan, your eating, your training, and potentially we just need to interject some more intensity, and sometimes it's just a complete refocus and refresh. I'll give you a good example here. So here's Will starting out, so I say 109.8 at this date in particular. As we're coming along, he's had some really good success and actually came out the other side of Christmas still down on what he was originally. This is one of the biggest things, is that people will often encounter holiday periods, festive periods, and they will throw caution to the wind for 2 or 3 weeks. They will forget all their goals, and rather than being coached through how they manage that, through social schedule mastery, which is what we do massively on the ATM coaching team, as well as a banking nutrition system, which allows you to enjoy high days, it allows you to enjoy social occasions, and it allows you to basically stay on track with goals whilst encountering all the fun things in life that I wholeheartedly believe we should continue doing and be able to get to our goals with. Anyway, he had some really good progress in the first few months, like most people, but at some point, as I mentioned, you will start hitting a plateau when it comes to your fat loss results and your general progress. Typically, when summer comes around, what we saw was sort of a little bit plateauing. Now, this came in especially as he was having, there was a couple of holidays he was going on over the next few months. He had a few more social occasions, and we said, look, Will, you've been doing amazing. You've lost over 10 kilograms in the space of about 6 months. Really, really hard work. This is where now we are going to coach you in terms of how to bring your calories and bring your intake back up to a position where you won't just maintain, but you'll actually be building muscle at an accelerated rate without putting on any extra body fat. So we went through a stage of about two or 3 months or so, whereby we increased his nutrition, fueled his muscle so that he could perform better in the gym. But it was key that we didn't put any excess body fat on in this point, because this is where people often go wrong. Anyway, a couple months later, and this was building up to a big trip to the US. So we thought, okay, fine. Now we're about a month, 6 weeks to go before a holiday in September. We can now go a bit more aggressive with the diet again. Anyway, we see some great loss, about 3 to 4 kilograms lost before his holiday. Naturally, then goes away to the US. We say, mate, this has been an amazing time so far, an absolute legend. Go enjoy yourself, have that flexibility and freedom. You're going to be having a slightly higher expenditure through general steps and activity. Have some freedom with the food, have some freedom with any alcohol you like to wish, and use this time for a mental refresh, because no doubt you'll come back maybe a kilogram or 2 heavier. A lot of it actually comes from water weight, which we can go into more detail on how to deal with that afterwards, but then we can go back on it. And then straight after he gets back, slightly heightened, we see that drop off instantly, 90, 93, 92 kg, and so on and so forth, until we are where we are now at 88.9 kilograms. So it's really important to know how to get past plateaus, and misconception is that he has to extreme diet. He has to drop his calories massively. He's got to get to a position whereby he is basically got no fuel in his body, and he's going to be tired at work. He's not going to perform his workouts effectively or even enjoy them, but really he actually managed to improve his energy levels because he was fitter, healthier, and was able to manage this. Couple words from him. Here kind of shows that he really has been enjoying the key work and the support that's helped him push through the plateaus and see the results long term. He's also managed to manage festive periods like Christmas. Usually every year a Christmas period would come and then he would take it too far. He would be gaining additional kilograms of body fat, which he really didn't feel like he needed to do, but then put him back where in terms of his progress. But he came back after the Christmas period, managing it, and was so determined to even push on further with his goals going forward. Also, it was massive to see that he got his lowest weigh-ins before holidays. We had a plan of action and we targeted big time. Also, he let go of that worry. He didn't feel like now whenever he was going to go away, he was going to have that stress of, I've just undone all my hard work. We've installed a mindset in him that with the work he's done, he now knows how to manage festive periods, holidays, and therefore he's now not mentally feeling guilty, and he's not worrying about the impact of going away on holiday is going to have on him, and that is massive. So Will is amazing. He's an amazing guy, lovely guy. As I said, he's so humble and he won't shout his own wins. So it's really important that I always shout him out because he's a legend of a guy. He's so good to work with, and he really deserves the 20 kilograms and changing results. Next up for Will, he's picking up running. First time he's ran since high school, secondary school, and yeah, he's just looking to lose even more body fat after we've done a bit of a gaining phase, which has allowed him to increase his nutrient sensitivity whilst then building the most strength he has ever in this last 2 months. So he's got his goals coming up. He's going to keep on pushing forwards, and no doubt you'll see more of him going forward. If this sounds like something that would be interested in yourself, or you have any questions on how Will did this in more detail, then please give me a shout. Drop me a message on Instagram at Alex Moss Coaching, or a DM, or if you have my contact number, feel free to get in touch. Hope you're doing very well, and I will speak to you very soon.